Welcome to the first ever video podcast of QCFFL. There's not going to be anything fancy here. It's the first time doing this, so there's not going to be any bold text across your screen or beautiful women in the background and referee uniforms and bikinis. If you're looking for that, you're not going to find it here. You might as well stop watching now. What you're going to get here is pure, unadulterated, hard-nosed fantasy football advice and opinions. I'm your host of this show, CEO and founder of Irish Prince Enterprises, a team that many of you know very well, a team that has handed out many losses to a lot of you guys watching over the years. All that I ask is that you don't hold that against me as we embark upon this journey together into a deep look of the QCFFL draft. First thing we're going to do today is we're going to do a draft recap on what took place at TJ's house on the 23rd of August. We're going to take a look at each team, see what were good picks, bad picks, where they reached, an overall evaluation of what I think they might have been thinking and what they did during the draft with their team. After that, we will move on to rankings. We'll do a preliminary ranking of each team, nothing too in-depth, just to give you an idea of who the playoff teams are, who the competitors are, and who the posers are. After that, I'll do a few projections, and I'm going to make some bold predictions on some players, some teams who are going to be busts, who are going to outperform their draft position, and pretty much wrap it up with that. Okay, what I'm going to be using during this video cast is right here. This is our draft board. Many of you know it very well. Many of you are fond of it. Many of you think that you've done well on this draft board. But I'm here to talk the truth. So, just to start off, we're going to go nice and easy. And we're going to go in order from the first team that picked to team 10. We're going to do a quick review of what they did. Bear with me on this. First team up, it is the Stone Furies, or as Pete wrote here, the Furries. F-U-R-R-I-E-S. I like either name. With the first pick, they take the no-brainer pick, Adrian Peterson, one of the best running backs in the NFL. Can never go wrong with that. They come back in the second round, and they take Reggie Wayne, best receiver available on the board, in my opinion, at that time. Very steady, solid pick. Can never go wrong. Third round, first overall pick, they take Ronnie Brown. A lot of people like Ronnie Brown out there. A lot of people think that he's this special back. He can catch, he can run, he can do this, that, and the other thing. I'm not one of those people. I think he's a decent back. I don't think he's horrible. I don't think he warrants the first pick of the third round, and I think he's overall overrated. But to each his own. So, fourth round comes back around. Oh, and by the way, running backs I would have taken ahead of Ronnie Brown at that point, that went after him: Ryan Grant, Kevin Smith, Pierre Thomas, Ray Rice, just to name a few. Anyway, moving on. Fourth round, I know that they wanted to get Gates here, but somebody beat them to the punch, so they take Dallas Clark. Top 4 tight end. Hopefully the concussion thing is okay and he pans out. They solidify themselves with a preliminary score at that position. Fifth round, they take TJ Hoosh, who is solid and steady. They follow up next in the sixth round with Chris Wells, a player that I'm not a big fan of. A player that I think is on a team that is going to pass the ball most of the time. They have Tim Hightower there. Their offensive line is one of the worst run-blocking offensive lines in the league. They lead the league in red zone passing as a team. He's a rookie. He's already hurt. So he's not learning the offense. He's not learning the NFL right now. So everything to me tells me I don't like this guy. But the kicker here is every single year the Furies take a rookie running back somewhere in the early to mid rounds that I don't like for a various number of reasons, and the guy turns out to be a stud pretty much every year. So I'm going to have to give them the benefit of the